everyone, this is In-Game Arts. We're doing an unboxing and breakdown of the demo. This is Celeste for the PlayStation 4. Now this is a limit run physical copy, so getting a copy will not be the easiest. Also, limit run games produced a collector's edition as well as a Nintendo Switch version as well. Now those are limited copies as well, so again, not going to be the easiest to get. Now the Celeste version on the limit run version comes with the update version 1.03 on disc, as well as there are no currently updates available since the making of this video. All previously released chapters and bonus content and features are all on the disc as well. So this is it's down to the complete version of Celeste all on disc. This is a perfect complete collection of it. I'm very happy to see this. I want to quickly point out that Celeste was supposed to release a long time ago, but due to the fact that they were releasing an extra free chapter, Limit Run Games delayed the physical copy to include that last free chapter on disc. I want to greatly praise them for doing this. More companies need to start delaying games and physical copies and make sure that it's a complete physical copy. I mean, I don't care if it takes an extra year or two to wait. I'd rather have a complete copy than having a partial or beta or early access version of a physical copy. Delay the project. Make sure it's a complete copy before you release it. I'm thankful for Limit Run Games for doing that, and I hope they keep doing that, and other physical copy producers out there like Special Reserve Games and I Am 8-Bit and Fangamer and so forth will do the exact same thing. Make sure it's a complete copy before you release a physical version of it. Sorry, I had a little bit of rant, but I wanted to point this out. Now, Celeste, it was the first time for me to actually play this game, and I could just state immediately, I had a blast playing this game. The game was very fun, very rewarding, and just very immersive in your time to play in it. And it greatly points out my love for the fact that games don't need to be highly graphical fidelity games to be deep and impactful and just all around an amazing experience. The gameplay is very fluid, it's pretty straightforward, it's more of a puzzle platformer climbing kind of game, where you go through the mountain trying to climb it, and you try to learn the maneuvers and try to climb it and get to where you need to get to. It's pretty straightforward. You just watch the gameplay and you can get the grasp of the game. Throughout the game, you can get these strawberries that will give you a better score and have a slight change in the ending. It's not required or anything like that, but it is a bonus to playing it. There is also a B-side soundtracks you can get with different music as well as some more levels. Now the extra chapters in the game that will be it when you beat the game can only be played if you play some of the B-side missions. So you can't just beat the game and go to the next new chapter. You gotta make sure to complete some of the B-side as well. So just bear that in mind if you're wondering how to get to the next chapter, newer chapters. Overall, I had a blast though with the game. Every character was very well written, the music was just beautiful, the gameplay was fun, fluid, and smooth, and I just had a blast playing this game. It was definitely, I can see why many have defined it as one of the best indie games out there in terms of platformer and just immersion and character development, with very little simplicity. Like, the game isn't trying to draw you in by just giving you these deep, engaging characters or immersive environments and so forth. It's just the feel of it and just that struggle of it's fast and fluid gameplay, but you can still feel that challenge of reward of beating a tough moment in the game. Now there are some levels that are incredibly frustrating. This is just true. But it makes it more rewarding when you finally beat them, and especially when you finally climb the top of the mountain. You just feel that sense of reward and achievement. What the game is trying to represent with its characters, about the struggles of the characters going through and so forth. I don't want to give any spoilers or anything like that, but every character is very well done, and I thought they have a lot of immersiveness. As well as that, I want to point out, I love that the main female character here doesn't own a cell phone. As a guy who's 30 years old now, I have never owned a cell phone my entire life as well. I have mad respect to her for not owning a cell phone. I love meeting people and seeing people without cell phones. I don't know what it is. It just makes me so happy. It's like in Days Gone, the main character in that didn't have a cell phone. I have high appreciation for those kinds of people because it makes me think that, yay, I'm not the only one who does not need a cell phone in my life. But anyway, the overall just had a great time, and the levels were really well creative and just a lot of fun to play, and they were very diverse in their style and representation, as well as each one had its own mechanic and way you had to approach and try to play it. Again, it's just what you expect from a well-made and well-thought-out platformer puzzle kind of style game. overall, I have to say, like I said, it was just a really good game, and I'm really glad to have a physical copy. I do regret not buying the collector's edition. I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy it. I don't like buying collector's editions of games that I don't even know anything about, and I saw it on Steam several times, but like I said, I don't like to buy stuff digitally. I just don't like it. So I was really happy to see a physical version, and it makes me more disappointed that they made this limited run version. I hope that eventually, maybe some future, they can do a mass production version of it, because the game needs to be more appreciated and have more people be able to have a physical copy of it, just for collecting purposes and just the funness of the game and how much the game just meant to me in terms of its story and characters, and overall just how well made the indie game is. I mean, there's not much else I can say. I wish I could tell you guys, go out there and go buy it. You gotta get a physical copy of it. But like I said, it's very hard to get a copy, and it's a very highly praised game. So especially with that, it's going to be pretty expensive to get a physical copy. But still, I say it's worth your time to look into it digitally. It's worth your time in that CO2. Man, it just was that fun of a game. Man, bear in mind, it can be frustrating at times and can be quite difficult. It does have a bit of an assistant easy mode that help those who may not just want to experience the story, but I just want to warn you, that can be increasingly frustrating on its gameplay. But I just had a blast, and I'm really glad that they delayed the physical copy to make sure it was a complete copy. So, like always, I will try to leave links down in the description if you're interested to copy, but like I said, it's a limited run game, and it's available on the Nintendo Switch, and it's a collector's edition, and all will be pretty expensive and probably pretty hard to find. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next unboxing video. Bye-bye!